Oh, morning, Megan.
I can't believe what I just read in the banner. Max was arrested last night?
Unfortunately, it's an accurate story.
Well, Sarah bumped into him yesterday, and he said that Gabrielle had come to his ranch, taken little Al, and then disappeared.
Yeah, Max figures they're back here. He's been tearing up the town trying to find them. You know, you may be able to calm him down. I'm going to have him brought up.
No, Rafe, wait. I don't want Max to know I'm here.
Brenda. Good morning, my dear. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well, thank you. And yes, I'm going to take it easy today. And no, I am not going to overdo it. And yes, I'm going to put my feet up whenever I get a chance to. And no, absolutely no overtime, not even if the situation arises.
Well, that's it. I guess we got nothing more to talk about
Yes,
all day.
I'll
Okay,
see
see
you
you later.
around.
Wait a minute. Come here. No, I do have something to tell you, as a matter of fact. I was with Clint last night. The whole mystery of Viki's baby's been solved. It's Roger Gordon's daughter, Megan.
Megan? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I guess you're happy to have that behind you and over with, huh?
Yeah, I wish it were over for Viki. I mean, Megan is furious with her father for keeping the whole thing secret, and she's not having anything to do with Viki at all.
No, well, I'm sure Viki will get her to come around, and Megan will be won over in no time, I'm sure of it.
Certainly hope so for Viki's sake.
But Roger Gordon has been in this town for months, and he knew how desperate Viki was to find us.
It's a long, long story. As a matter of fact, you got any plans for dinner?
No, I'm free. But listen, I wanted to ask you, did you finish writing up that orientation report last night? I need that.
What orientation report?
Larry, I talked to you.
Joking. That's a joke. Come on. Hey, yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, I wrote some stuff I hope isn't too boring for Dan and the rest of the residents. Would you look it over for me?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I want to see it.
Okay. Why don't you wait for me in my office? I'll be right back. I have to drop this off Dr. Hinson's office.
Okay.
All right?
See ya.
Take care.
Bye. Who are you? And what are you doing with your feet up on Dr. Wallach's desk?
Even though we rehearsed this scene 100 times, I'm still afraid I might hurt you when we do it for real.
If you hurt me, I'm just gonna have to haul off and slug you. But don't worry. It'll be fine. I'm just worried that I'm gonna scratch your face when I pull off the mask to reveal who you really are.
I just wish you didn't have to call the police on me.
Yeah, me too. Because then your character will get captured.
And it's goodbye frat row and hello unemployment.
I know, John. I've got a knot in my stomach about this, too. But we're never going to catch the killer if we don't shoot that final scene.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what our guy's waiting for, Bo. Check out Casey over there. He looks like he's a little down in the dumps about something today.
I gave him a small role in today's shoot just so we'd be able to keep a real good eye on him. I thought he'd be really excited about this, but he doesn't seem to be, does he?
But now, look for another job and all.
Excuse me. Sorry. Listen, I have been thinking all last night about... I think it's just way too dangerous for you to do this scene today.
Hi there. I don't believe we've met. Your name is?
You just never mind what my name is. I'm a nurse in this hospital, and I have a right to be here, whereas I don't think that you do, and I'd like for you to explain yourself.
Well, I was hanging around waiting for Dr. Wallach, and my curiosity got the better of me, so I started looking over some patient files.
Oh.
Yes, and I found some speech here about the responsibilities and dedication required of doctors here who work here at Landview Hospital.
Listen to me. If you are a patient of Dr. Wallach's or you have an appointment with him for some other reason, you can wait out in the reception area with everybody else. And you have no business going through Dr. Wallach's files.
Look, if you'll just find him for me, then everything will...
No, you look. You get out of this office right now or I'm calling security.
Do you moonlight as a pit bull?
Larry, I found this guy in here at your office. He has his feet up on your desk and he's reading through your reports and he won't leave.
Well, he better not leave. How you doing, son?
Hi, Dad.
I don't want Max to know that I'm here because, well, we broke up before he left town.
So you just stopped by to get the details of his arrest?
No, Jim Watson at WVLE called me this morning and said that Max had left a message for Melinda, maybe hoping that she would bail him out. But she's not here, and he thought maybe I would do it instead.
So you're here to bail Max out?
Yes. but I would like to do it anonymously.
No, it's not a problem. There's a few things you should know first. One is that Judge Reynolds has set a $5,000 bail.
Why so high?
Well, judges don't look kindly on breaking and entering, threatening private citizens, resisting arrest.
All right. I'll pay the $5,000. I know that I'll get it back.
Yeah, you'll get it back if Max doesn't leave town before his trial. The way he's acting, I wouldn't put my money on that.
Well,
also, if Gabrielle has Al in another country, he'll go there. I guarantee it.
still, I can't just let him sit here. How much longer until he goes to trial?
Couple of weeks, month maybe.
Exactly. So how do I go about doing this? How do I pay?
Megan, if Max knows you're putting up the money, he may be more inclined to stick around.
Rafe, please. I really don't want him to know. I don't care whether I get the money back or not. Now, you have to promise me that you won't tell Max.
All right, it's your money. You can pay at the clerk's office in the courthouse. Max will be a free man before noon.
Thank you. I hope that he doesn't cause any more trouble.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
What are you talking about?
Look, I heard about how Audrey turned down the role of Carnival Queen because someone tried to strangle her. And then I remembered about how when Lolly DeVore was killed, you got upset because somebody could be out there trying to kill you.
Bo would not be letting the shoot go on if I were in any real danger. I appreciate your concern, but look, just forget it.
How many just forget it? How can I forget it?
Just like you forgot about me when you were chasing after Christine.
Look, Wade, I'll make sure nothing happens to her.
Look, Jack, I really appreciate your concern and your saying you're going to protect her, but if someone wants to get her, they're going to get her. I'm sorry, but I have to insist that you don't
You have no right to insist on anything concerning me. You gave up your right to worry.
Marilyn, look, I don't want to fight with you. Jack, could you excuse us, please?
No, Jack's not going anywhere. You're the one that's leaving. Now.
I'm not going to go anywhere until you listen to some reason.
Okay, fine. Then I will have the security guard escort you out. Mel, would you come here, please?
I don't believe it. What?
Well, listen, I don't know. I was going through the scenes that you're shooting today, last night, trying to think like the stalker. The best I can figure out is this guy's going to make his mood when Todd carries Tiffany away. I mean, you could be shooting the clock tower then, right?
Right.
So some of the actors will have some free time. Mary Lynn will be able to roam around a little bit.
And that's when he'd probably grab her, huh? Yeah, it's good thinking, John. Thank you. Makes sense to me. Why is our friend over here so upset?
I don't know. And again, maybe he's angry that he's going to be too busy acting to carry out his plans. Maybe Casey is our guy.
Yeah, well, let's see. Come on. Hey, Casey. What's up? How come you're beating your script up like that? You look like you're about ready to tear the room apart.
Maybe you guys ought to find somebody else to play this part.
Hey, why, Casey? What's wrong? Maybe he doesn't like his wardrobe, Bo.
No, I love the sweater, but I mean, I'm not a real actor.
What do you say on the idea of acting that scares you?
Yeah, that's what I
Casey,
mean.
you don't seem like a guy who's afraid. You seem more like a guy who's angry.
Look, sir, I haven't done anything wrong here. I'm just trying to protect my wife.
Mr. Coleman, I'm being very patient with you, but if Marilyn wants you to leave, you're going to have to go.
Please.
Will you stop trying to run my life?
Why don't you just listen to me for a
You're
minute?
blowing my concentration.
Yeah, all right,
for
let's go.
today's
Come on.
scene.
Okay. I'm going. Just please don't let anybody near her who's not supposed to be near her, okay?
What are you guys doing? Come on, we got a dress rehearsal. Get your costumes on.
All righty.
Marilyn, please don't be upset with me anymore. I can't sleep. I
Neil,
can't eat.
look. I just had a confrontation with Wade, and I don't want another one.
No, I don't want one either. I just want to know if we're still friends.
You were
that's all.
never my friend. You only pretended to be.
Mary Lynn, can I help it if I fell in love with you? No, please, we've got to talk about
No,
this.
Neil. Just leave me alone, okay? Or I'll have you thrown out of here, too.
Harry. What is it, Jack?
Do you want me to wear my mask too?
Well, is it a part of your costume?
Yeah.
Well, then you're gonna wear it!
All right, take it easy. I was just asking.
Sure. Why do you guys keep hassling me? What does it matter if I'm angry or not?
Because you don't compute. So why don't you level with us?
Hey, look, thanks a lot for the part, but find somebody else to play it. I'm out of here.
No, hold on, pal. We want some answers.
Why are you turning down this part, Casey?
All right. All right, I tell you the truth. I never really learned how to read.
So, how'd you get through school, Casey?
I faked it. And when I couldn't fake it anymore, I dropped out. I'm staring at this page. I'm trying to see the words, and I can figure a few of them out, but the rest I can't. And that's why I got angry and hit myself with the script. And please don't tell anybody, especially Mary Lynn. You know, I don't want her to think I'm stupid, because I'm not stupid.
Casey, relax, okay? We're not going to tell a soul.
You promise?
Yeah, I do. If you tell us something that we want to know.
What?
That letter. You remember that you delivered to Mary Lynn? Supposedly Wade had written that?
Did you write that letter?
Well, I just told you I don't know how to read, so how could I write that letter?
Listen, Wade didn't write the letter either. We're wondering who really did.
Why do you ask me? I was just doing a favor for Neil.
Neil? What do you mean?
Well, he told me to bring that letter to Mary Lynn, keep it secret. I swear I couldn't read what was in it. I don't think Neil had anything to do with it.
No? Why not?
But he's a good guy. He never hurt anybody. He's my best friend.
Casey, listen, we thank you. Do us a favor, don't tell Neil that we talked to you, okay?
All right. All right, Mr. Russell, I won't say a word. I'm sorry about the part.
No, Casey, listen, I'd like for you to go ahead and do this part.
Yeah, but I can't read.
No, look, Sarah Gordon is going to be here in a little while. She'll help you memorize the lines.
She'll think I'm stupid.
No, she won't. She's a teacher, Casey. Come on. You want to give it a try?
Yeah, I want to be in this scene. And I want to show up for myself and everyone else.
That's great. Thank you. Appreciate that. Will you excuse us?
Good luck.
Damn it. So where the hell's Neil? He was here a minute ago.
Wait a minute, where's Mary Lynn? Oh, we lost both of them.
Hey, Harry? Yeah, where's Neil?
Geez, I'm too busy to babysit these kids.
Okay. What about Mary Lynn? Do you know where she is?
She should be in her room putting on her costume.
All right, thanks. Why don't you go up to Mary Lynn's room, check and make sure she's there. I'll wait around here, see if I can spot Neil.
Looks like Neil's our man.
Yeah, that little creep. I should have had him drug right over to Rafe's office weeks ago.
So, Dan Wallach, huh?
Afraid so?
Oh, thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot. I was about to introduce myself before you attacked me ferociously. But instead I had to defend myself. Daniel Wallach, MD.
I'm Brenda McGillis, and I'm a nurse here. I'm a friend of your father's.
Obviously.
What happened between you?
Oh, Larry, I walked in here, and he had his feet up on your desk, and he was reading through the files, and then I just, attacked him.
Like a pit bull.
Yeah.
It was a great speech, Dad. The residents should be very impressed. Only I would tone down the part about what a privilege and honor it is to be a resident here. It was just a bit too much.
Thank you very much. Would you mind joining my other critic here? Would you want to take Dan to dinner?
No. You two need a private reunion here, so I'm going to bow out. I'll see ya.
No, really, Brenda, that's okay.
No.
My father and I could have dinner some other time.
Dan Wallach, I am going to win this one here. I'm leaving. Bye.
Goodbye.
Does she always come on so strong?
Yeah, she's quite wonderful.
And a little pregnant. Are you running around with a married or an unmarried pregnant woman, Father?
The father of the baby was killed before they got a chance to get married.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
to hear that.
it's rough, but she's coping pretty well, and what can I say? We really enjoy each other.
Well, I got it. And I want you to enjoy your dinner with her tonight without me. I was just about to say that I've got other plans. I know a resident arriving, and I promised I'd give him a quick tour of Landview. Any new hot spots in town?
Yeah, not so fast there, Slick. First of all, I want to know what exactly did go on at New York General. Why did you have to leave?
No, you're right. You're going to have to go back and question this character again. These answers are way
Rafe,
too...
I got to talk to you.
What's this fireball doing loose?
I made bail. Would you like to look for my papers?
You want me to stick around, Captain?
No, thanks anyway, Jones. I think a night in jail has made an impression on our friend here. So how'd you like our accommodations, Max? Eggs Benedict this morning meet your approval?
And they said you had no sense of humor, Rafe. Well, you'll have to forgive me if I seem to have lost mine.
Hell, I came here because I want to apologize for the way I was acting yesterday. But I do want to warn you that if I don't get some official help, I can't promise how I'm going to act from now on.
Is that a threat?
No. I'm just real frustrated. And spending the night in a cell with two punks didn't help. Rafe, I want my boy back. Please help me find Gabrielle.
Max, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a lawyer, go into court, file for temporary custody. Then I can help you.
I want my boy back first, and then I'll think about dealing with details.
Max, what are you doing? Are you afraid that if you try and get Al legally, that no judge is going to even consider it? Look, I do sympathize with you. I wouldn't want Gabrielle bringing up my kid either. But you're going about this thing all wrong. Gabrielle is off somewhere having a grand time while you're just getting into more trouble.
Well, listen, I really want to try and stay in line, but I can't promise anything because Gabrielle is capable of anything, just like Michael Grant is capable of anything, and I know he's helping her.
I'm sure the judge has ordered you to stay away from Grant's house as well as Gabrielle's.
Yeah, he made a very... No, never mind. Why did Melinda want my bond posted anonymously?
Wasn't Melinda. She's out of town. It's another friend of yours who'd prefer it if you didn't know. And don't press me, because I won't tell you. It was a very generous act. I suggest you don't blow it by leaving town.
Will you question Michael Grant? And maybe use a little pressure to find out where Gabrielle is hiding?
He says he doesn't know, Max.
Well, thanks for everything, Rafe. Oh, listen. Tonight, when you put your little girl to bed, tuck her in and kiss her goodnight, don't give a thought to the safety of my son, okay?
Megan, honey.
Funny thing, I thought I locked this door when I left.
Oh, well, Sarah let me in.
Boy, this conspiracy really never ends, does it? Well, I'm so happy that you and Dad have enlisted Sarah into this little campaign, so now I can feel totally alone.
Megan, please.
Didn't you get the message that I would call you when I was free, Mom?
Megan, you can't isolate yourself. Not now.
Spare me the speech, Mom. I have not paid the required $300 for your seminar in breaking destructive mental patterns.
Listen.
No, will you just get out?
No, I won't. Now listen to me. You're upset. You're angry and confused. You need to let it out on someone.
Do you hear yourself? Critiquing my emotions and giving me your professional advice?
Okay. No more critique. No more advice. Can I just give you a hug? Tell you how much I love you and how sorry I am about the 25-year-old lie.
No, you can't do that either.
Why not? Would you rather be with your natural mother?
I don't want to have anything to do with Viki Buchanan, Mom. I hate that woman. How could you and Dad have done this to me?
Well, Mary Lynn's alone in the room. Neil's nowhere in sight.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen him down here. I don't know if should I go out and look for him or
No,
what?
let's just go with our conclusion that he's going to strike after the scene sometime. In the meantime, I'll watch Mary Lynn and kind of shadow in case we're wrong.
Great, thanks.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Sarah.
I'll see you in a minute.
So, what's up with you?
Oh, I'm a little nervous. I just let Mom into Megan's room so they'd have a chance to talk.
Megan was pretty adamant about not talking to your mom yesterday.
I know. Maybe I shouldn't have forced it. It's just sometimes Mom has a way of getting through to Megan when the rest of us can't.
Do you think she'll end up accepting Viki after this whole shock wears off?
Tell you, I don't honestly know. Megan really holds on to her anger. I remember when we were kids, we'd get into a fight. I'd get over it in 5 minutes. She would stay mad for days.
You know, I don't have any trouble believing that. She will express herself.
Yeah, well, you seem to be able to handle her pretty easily.
Well, I just try to treat her with a little charm and humor. If that doesn't work, I get mad right back at her.
Yeah. Well, you certainly had her in a good mood yesterday.
Yeah, for a while, but that didn't last. After you wanted her to talk to your mom, that went real fast.
Well, I'm sorry. Look, I had to do something. Otherwise, she was just...
Well, no, I'm not criticizing you for what you did.
No, do you think it's perfectly fine that she controls 4 people's lives?
No, Sarah, I'm not defending Megan. Okay, you trying to pick a fight with me?
No. I'm just really have my mind on a lot of things.
Yeah, well, believe me, so do I. You know, if Megan locks horns with your mom again, and if she turns up missing, I'm never going to be able to bring this show in on budget.
Bo, I was just trying to help you. I mean, if I'm making your problems worse...
Now, Sarah.
What?
I adore you. You're no problem for me. You're one of the saner people around here, and I really appreciate that. So, can I express my concern about all this?
Yes, you can. I mean, why should I be the only one who has all the fun worrying, right? So, is Mary Lynn all set for her last scene with the stalker?
Yeah, the stalker. Look, I've got a favor to ask you. You reminded me. You know the kid, Casey? I gave him a role in the shoot today. Well, as it turns out, he's illiterate. And I was wondering if you could work with him, help him memorize his lines. He's only got about 5, and don't mention it to anybody.
Oh.
This poor guy's embarrassed.
Sure, I don't mind at all. Except I don't think Casey's here. I think he had to take some equipment over to the fraternity house.
Bo,
yeah.
Excuse me. Look, will you do me a big favor?
Sure.
I got to get to the site with the crew. Jack forgot his glove. He needs it for the costume of the stalker. Can you give it to him?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot.
I don't have anything to do except hang around and get in your way. I'll take the glove over to Jack.
Okay.
Okay.
He's in his dressing room at the fraternity house.
I wanted to ask you one thing. How are you doing finding the real stalker?
Yeah, it's open.
Hi.
Yeah. What's up?
Jack, I sort of need some advice.
For me?
Yeah, maybe, you're sort of close with Mary Lynn, aren't you?
Sorta.
Well, she and I, we had sort of this, falling out, and I was wondering if you could, advise me on how you think I should deal with it.
Uh-huh. Well, you upset her, Neil. I think the best thing to do now is just give her some space.
Space, she told you about it?
Yep. You gotta understand, Neil, she's still in love with her husband, and whether you like it or not, it's a fact, and you're gonna have to just... You know something, Jack? I was just kidding. I really didn't need any advice from you about Mary Lynn. I know just how to get her away from her creep husband.
Do you have time for this discussion, Dad?
Dan, I've spent a lot of time and a lot of effort getting you into the residency program here. I'd like to know what happened at New York General.
Well, the chief of staff hated me.
Why?
Because he was incompetent. And everyone knew it. Only I was the only one on the staff to have the guts to say it right to his face.
I see.
And I hear a tone of disapproval from my dad.
Dan, those are pretty serious charges to level against someone in that
Dad,
position.
the New York State healthcare system is in terrible trouble. There are articles practically written every day on the subject. There's a shortage of nurses, auxiliary help, hospital beds, and money has even created a crisis.
I know that. I've read the articles. It's true all over the place. What's that got to do with you and the trouble you had in New York?
Because I went on record and on camera denouncing the state of healthcare at that particular hospital. I named names, dates, and times of incompetency that bordered on malpractice.
Thereby winning a lot of fans in that institution, not the least of which was the chief of staff.
Whom I named and labeled. Dad, there are a lot of things this gentleman could have done to alleviate the crisis. But he insists upon sticking to the methods that used to work simply because they used to work.
Man, come on, I'm in the same room. You don't have to yell.
But don't you realize, you see how emotional I get on this subject? And I did what I had to do. I couldn't live with myself if I didn't do it. And you can't criticize me for that because you've always taught me to do what I think is right.
Yeah, you're right, I have. And I don't criticize you, but I just think there might have been other, more constructive ways of dealing with the situation.
I did what I had to do. And even though I got kicked off the staff, the city is investigating the chief of staff for his archaic methods and regulations.
Okay. Listen, I'm glad you told me the truth about what happened. And Dan, once again, I am proud of you. Do me a favor, though. If something around this hospital bothers you, would you come to me first before you go public?
Sure thing, Bob.
Honey, all I ever really did was to adopt this beautiful, motherless little girl and love her and nurture her. I mean, do you expect me to regret that?
What are you trying to do? Make me feel guilty about my feelings?
No. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make you understand that our bottom line was adoption and love, not betrayal and deceit.
Fine. Fine. But don't kids who get adopted get told about it before they leave the nest? Why am I 25 years old and only finding out about this now because Viki started searching for me?
Honey, your father must have explained all this to you. How Victor Lord made sure that Viki knew nothing about you or your dad. How he convinced Roger to take you and to leave her behind.
I understand all that. Up to a certain point, Mom. Victor Lord died years ago. Why wasn't I told about that then?
Well, you should have been told by then. Yes, you're right. Your dad kept putting it off, and then when he heard that Leo Cromwell was trying to pass off Christine as Vicky's daughter, he got scared for you, honey. He got scared for Sarah.
Mom, excuses, explanations. I'm not convinced by them anymore, okay? It's just not working.
All right, what explanation will satisfy you? Honey, you're not looking for reason or logic. You're looking to blame someone, to blame anyone.
No, I'm not.
Would you rather that I hadn't become involved in your life, that I didn't care for you?
Of course not, Mom.
Honey, what do you want?
I just want things to be like they were. I want you to be my mother, not Viki Buchanan.
Honey, I'll always be here for you. This doesn't change anything. I am your mother. Your adopted mother.
Don't say that.
Look, Megan, most adopted children, they never get to know who their real mothers are. You do. And Viki wants to be part of your life.
Don't you understand? I don't want her to be a part of my life, and I think I have the right to make that choice. Why couldn't Sarah have been her daughter instead of me?
Because the stork brought Sarah to me and you to Viki.
Mom, don't try and make me have a Buchanan. I don't want to be.
Honey, all I want to say is that just for you not to close any doors, because I have a feeling that way down the line, Viki's going to come through for you.
Mom.
All right. I won't say any more about that. But can I just say that I love you so very much. And I always have.
Yeah, I know.
Jack, it's Sarah Gordon. I brought over your other glove.
Jack? You okay? What's the smell? It smells like a high school biology lab in here. Well, here's your glove. See you later. What's that? Needle. Let go of me!
Sorry about that, Sarah. But I'm not going to let you get in my way. So I'm going to take you with me. I don't want to have to hurt you. But I will if I have to.
I wish I could tell you that Roger and I had this storybook romance, but I'm afraid it wasn't.
Well, you're not going to tell me that Dad never loved you.
Oh, no, honey, of course he loved me. It's just that I think he always felt so guilty about Viki, having left her there and taken you away from her. Even though he never really had a choice, that it made him cling on to the love he had for her longer than he would have otherwise.
So Viki was basically in the middle of your relationship.
Yeah, she was. The rest of it's true, how we met when I was doing my PhD in psychology at Berkeley, and he came to give a seminar, and we met at this mutual friend of ours at a party. You know, your dad had this really sad quality to him. Anyway, we started dating almost every night. We just talked for hours. Then it began to dawn on me, you know, that he never talked about his family. He never invited me back to his house, and I thought that was sort of strange. I mean, you know, guys, I can't wait to get your family to their house. So one day I decided to just ask him right out, and I said, Roger, let's go back to your house. Well, I thought he was going to keel over. I started making all these excuses. So then, of course, what do I think? I think he's got a girlfriend, or even worse, that he's, you know, got a wife there.
But what he had was me.
Yeah. And by that time, you know, I was really in love with him. And I thought that he loved me, but he never actually say it. You know, love, I love you. And so I thought, well, maybe I'm just a fling for him. Maybe it's not serious. Maybe I just better end the whole thing.
But obviously you didn't.
No. He got really upset. He told me that I meant the world to him, and then finally he stammered out that he loved me. And then there was this long silence. I'll never forget it. And he told me that he had a little baby daughter at home, but no mama. And so I asked him, I said, did she desert her? And he said, no. She was taken away from me, and he had tears in his eyes. So we went back to his house, and I was introduced to you, and he brought you out and put you in my arms. And I looked down at you, and that's when I decided to marry him. I mean, just one look at you, and you swept me right off my feet.
Was that when he told you the story?
Yeah. And he asked me, would I understand that part of his heart would always belong to Viki? And I said, sure, I'd understand. It was all right with me.
Because you are such a wonderful person, it was. Mom, I love you so much.
Feet up on the desk, huh?
Doctor's orders.
Dan Molek, Larry's son.
That's a little more civilized there. Dan, I'm awful sorry about coming down on you so hard in here.
It's quite all right. I appreciate your fierce protection of my father in his office. What's the matter?
It's just this man over here. I've seen him several times so far. I thought he might be visiting a patient, but I think he's wandering the halls, Dan.
Well, do you want to check him out?
Yeah, let's get over there quick. Excuse me, sir, are you visiting a patient here on the floor?
Sir, why are you here in this hospital? He's having a seizure.
I've got his arms. Can you hear me, sir?
He's lost consciousness. Check his pocket. See if he's got anything identifying him as an epileptic or if he's carrying any kind of medication.
Anything at all.
All right, then I want a blood work, a venous and arterial, immediately.
Right.
Are you a doctor? Of course I am. Well, who is this guy? I don't know. I just know that he's just had a seizure. Get a gurney, will you? Well, move it!
I'm kind of surprised you want custody. From what I know of you, you're not the kind of guy who ever seemed like he wanted to be a father.
What the hell's that supposed to mean, Wade? Does it mean I don't love my son?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you let Gabrielle take Al when you went to your Texas ranch.
Yeah, okay, I left Al behind, but I was going through a real tough time. I mean, Steve had just died, and to be quite honest, I didn't think I could cut it being a father. I mean, come on, Dad's supposed to know everything and be everything, and I don't know. The idea of being a full-time father terrified me. After Steve died, I thought the most important thing would be to save the ranch at that time. And as for Al, stupidly, I thought Gabrielle would continue to be a good mother.
Well, I sure can't justify that thinking now. Yeah, you can. You just did. Look, being a father is a full-time job, and it's understandable that you would be scared of doing that day to day.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something? When Al came out to the ranch, not only did being a father come naturally, it was a lot of fun. Then I hear about Gabrielle and Michael Grand together. And how she acted down in Eterna and how she was obsessed with gold over everyone's lives.
Yeah, she was pretty unbelievable.
Whoa, wait a minute. You can testify against her in court how she was down there.
Max, I'm trying to put Eterna behind me. You wouldn't believe how much trouble it's causing between me and Marilyn. I just want to get over it.
What's it got to do with a little kid and whether he's raised by me or some kind of monster?
Could we just wait until it goes to court? Then maybe, but right now it's just going to be difficult.
Okay, fine. I'll let it slide for now.
The police aren't going to help you, huh? How do you think you're going to find Gabrielle and Al?
Tell you what, I had some flyers printed up with pictures of Gabrielle and Al. I've been spreading them around town. I was going to leave some here, but now that your place is closed down, I don't think too many people will be picking them up.
Right. Well, listen, give them to me, and I'll go over to Heavenly Hash. Wanda can pass them out there.
Thank you. Sure. Listen, Wade, I'm sorry about your restaurant. But listen, if it's any consolation, having lost a hotel, I know how it feels having to close the place down.
Yeah, I know. Feels like my whole life is closing down, though.
Well, it might feel that way.
Well, it is. Max, my business is not the only thing that's on the rocks. So is my marriage. Before I went down to Eterna, I was putting a lot of pressure on Marilyn to quit her job because I felt that, well, we never had any time together, you know? So I wanted her to devote more time to me.
And let me take a wild guess at this. She said, why don't you quit your job instead of me quitting mine?
Yeah. Okay, I admit I was bordering on male chauvinism there a little bit.
I don't suppose that helping out the Cromwells created any problems.
Well, it didn't help, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Christine was always asking me for advice, you know, and I'd give it to her, and she wouldn't do it. And I'd end up doing whatever Leo and Christine wanted to do, and before you knew it, I was sunk completely into their problems. Then I literally disappeared from the face of the earth, and now Marilyn thinks I don't love her anymore. All she keeps doing is ordering me out of her life.
Yeah, can't imagine why. Looks like you're going to be eating a lot of crow.
I have been. But I'm not done yet.
Listen, don't you stop. You just keep going back, and sooner or later she's going to realize it's out of love. Listen, Wade, thanks for the year, but I got to go get back to finding my son.
I'll walk out with you. I'm going to talk to Mary Lynn whether she likes it or not.
Whoa, you find Neil?
No sign of him. Nobody's seen him anywhere.
Hell, maybe our second guess is all wrong.
Big trouble. Look, Jack hasn't shown up for a rehearsal. He left an hour ago to put his costume on, and he hasn't even shown up.
Would you talk to Sarah? She volunteered to take the glove over.
No, I haven't seen Sarah, and we knocked on Jack's door, but it's locked.
Oh, come on.
Thanks a lot. I'm all right now.
Whoa, not so fast. Who's your doctor, sir?
I go to the St. James Clinic. I see different doctors every time.
Are you coming over here for treatment?
No, to get out of the cold.
Do you have a home, sir? Why did I think I was leaving this problem in New York City?
Are you kidding, Dan? Homeless is a big of problem here as any place.
Listen, sir, we're going to have you admitted for more testing, okay? We'll get your medical records from the clinic. Is that okay with you? I'll take care of that, doctor. And give him a hot meal, too.
Well, Dan, that was some very quick thinking on your part.
Do you think I'll get in trouble for taking over when I haven't even officially started here yet?
No, are you kidding? That was an emergency.
Well, that's too bad. Because I don't know how to operate unless I'm in a hostile atmosphere.
Everyone's here, Bo. What the hell's that smell? Hey, Jack!
Over here.
You all right?
Yeah.
Easy.
No.
Sit down. What happened?
Neil, he hit me from behind, and then he took Sarah.
Where?
I don't know. When I came to, I said something about taking her with him, but after that, I must have passed out again.
All right, Neil's our man. You okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
All right, we're gonna talk. Somebody send a doctor back for you, all right?
Yeah.